Oh my God. Today we're going to be reacting to people at home trying to be self-chiropractors and all the cringe that goes along with it. And for most of this video, we're going to recommend that you don't try this at home. I haven't seen any of these. It's a collection put together by my staff. So let's jump right into the first video. Oh my God.
Green light.
Yeah, don't do that. Did he just fart or was that a cracking? Oh my God.
Green light.
I mean, do I even have to mention why somebody shouldn't do this? Oh my God. I don't even know if that was seriously a crack or a fart. So I guess thumbs up for the relief either way. So okay, I can't stop. I can't watch that again. It's oh my God. Yeah, I saw my boyfriend crack my back. Lifts up and probably yep. Just kind of lifts up and does it. It's a very common way where a lot of people do this. I remember when I was growing up and on my baseball team, we actually used to do this to each other before a baseball game, but it's a very inspecific way of moving the spine. Even though you feel relief, that kind of adjustment can actually break down ligaments over time. Okay.
If you're not letting your friends crack your back, then are you really friends?
Gotta make sure. I don't even know what that was. First of all, this guy's cracked. Second of all, at least he was good enough to, clean the carpet he's gonna do an rotation right there. This is not good. You definitely always want to keep the neck neutral. If anything, if I don't have an adjustment table and I know like a friend or family member needs some help, I'll have them wrap their arms and then I'll have them lay out face up on the ground and then I'll go, but I don't have them laying face down straight there, especially with their neck rotated. It's not the way you want to do that. Now, this is why if your friend's going to adjust you at home, you don't want to be turning your neck to the side if they thrust on your spine. So if you look down at this table here, you'll see I have a spine model here. And we have this cushion where you can actually put your head in between there to help keep the spine as neutral as possible. But if you have to turn your head, raise your head and twist your neck like that to turn your head to the side, and then you can see all this rotation in the vertebrae that happens in your spine. Then your friend comes in and does some sort of a hip thrust or thrust on your spine. You can be causing a lot more damage at home than you think. So stop doing that. Oh, then this.
So your neggers?
Yeah. What?
So your neggers?
Yeah.
I'm a chiro. I'll show you how to crack it. Hand on back of neck end.
Yeah.
Other hand on head end. You pull it. I'm a chiro. So your neggers?
That sounds so awkward. I've seen this chiropractor on YouTube and I haven't seen all of his content, but any rotational things like that to share with the public, you just don't want to be putting a lot of rotation into your neck and twisting a lot. Once again, breaks down ligaments, causes issues. Fun jingle, I'll give him that. Which leads us to our next video. Oh. Yeah. So anytime you're adjusting the neck or trying to get motion out of the neck and you're grabbing your jaw to do that, causing, you're literally not even touching the spine itself. It's just gross manipulation. I even brought a model to show what can happen with over rotation of the spine. So once again, if the vertebrae rotates too much like this, it's going to pinch the nerve here in the backside. Doing that habitually over time, there's ligaments that hold these vertebrae in place. And so you're going to slowly break that down. And on x-ray, what that generally turns into being is you'll see either stenosis of the vertebrae shifting back like this onto the spinal canal, or you might actually even see like a spondylolisthesis where the vertebrae can shift this way when ligaments break down and it gets weak because it no longer can hold that vertebrae in place anymore. So over time, habitual gross manipulation of your spine can actually break down those ligaments and make it where you might not be able to even do that later in life and cause a lot of spasming and might eventually then lead to severe and accelerated degeneration of your spine. Yeah, same thing here. So this one's even worse because it's now not just you're touching underneath the chin, but she's actually trying to use even added force by pulling on her head in this opposite direction. So now you're even adding more resistance, or well, actually more force to actually get this neck to move. I'm okay. Don't crack your knuckles like that. Oh, getting her hips popping now. Me doing the dog fire hydrant pose. I got it. Looks good. And the overly twist, looking like a karate kick almost. Oh, God. That looks painful. She even looks like it looks painful.
That was so whack.
There's actually studies that show when you habitually crack your knuckles like this, it actually decreases hand strain. I get patients ask me a lot, does that lead towards arthritis? And I don't see any studies that relate it with early arthritis of the fingers, but the hand strength goes down. We actually recommend more like if you're gonna do your fingers, you're gonna more do like a traction and pulling your fingers, or even like flicking up like this is better for the joint than actually smashing your knuckles together. And then this overly twisting for the lower back, oh, once again, it's gonna be causing more wear and tear on those ligaments. Whew.
So your neck hurts?
Try this
Trust me, I'm
instead.
a physical therapist. So first, put your hand right here. And then put your hand on top. And then stretch.
Yeah, I don't mind that one as far as a stretch goes. These are scalene muscles. You have an anterior, medial, and posterior scalene. So when you laterally bend your neck like this and you stretch it out, it's actually good. We actually teach our patients in office when they're warming up their spine on a wobble cushion to laterally bend their neck left and right to help warm those muscles up. But for most people, if they do what that gentleman was proposing, they're gonna actually get that cavitation that they're looking for. If anything, just more focus on the stretch of that. And that to me is okay. And to get a deeper stretch, put your arm behind your back and laterally tilt your head like that, I think is perfectly okay. Yeah. You know, when it comes to your lumbar spine too, there's something they teach us in school is that not all lumbar spines are the same. We have sagittal facets and coronal facets. So sagittal is going to be more up and down, coronal is going to be more rotational. Even if you did this at home and you twist your spine, sometimes it doesn't go because the facets are actually in a different manner than some people's. But once again, this is just overly rotating. Even though they're getting the lower back to rotate, they're having to rotate the thoracic spine to do it too. One thing to note about most of these adjustments is that why it feels good is that you actually are releasing pain substance hormones that actually release endorphins, and it has this hormone called substance P that actually helps give you this euphoric feeling. So it actually makes you feel like you're doing something like the chiropractor would, but you're doing so inspecific to the point that you're actually causing long-term damage. This one.
Se mira?
My friend cracked my back.
Bruh. All right.
Everyone rotates their neck.
I don't trust you. Oh!
With the knuckles. So here's your spine. And so part of the anatomy of the spine is they have these transverse processes throughout the thoracic vertebrae. And if you use your knuckles, this is where the ribs will attach. That actually is part of your rib cage throughout your 12 thoracic vertebrae. So using your knuckles to push in there, right on bone, oh, that's gotta hurt a lot. And even though you're avoiding the spinous, which is those prominence, areas along your spine, just even knuckles like that, there's no technique in any chiropractic school that would recommend, using bone on bone like that. We usually use, like you saw in some of those other ones, the palm of your hands like this, or you're gonna use this piezoform area for a double knife edge. You can use your double hand technique. I can even have a patient laying face up and just put my hand behind their back and push down. All different techniques that will not cause a lot of pain directly to the bone, any blunt force trauma. So
Just oh my Lord.
the other thing about this is that on any soft surface, there's not going to be enough firmness to actually allow a good delivered adjustment through a joint. On a bed, it's actually got springs, or even that the memory foam, it's going to sink down as you push in it. And as you do that, you're going to have to push even harder into a person's spine to actually get it to go, and get very minimal relief from that. Oh, this is one of my, these are my favorites, when people, walk on their friend's back. And then, yeah, there's the one where you just shake them about. Sometimes I have patients who are like, I let my daughter or somebody walk on my back, and it's definitely no different than any of the gross misalignments we see here. The only difference is, at least with feet, that the weight is dispersed over a larger surface area rather than just a smaller surface area, which is your hands. But yeah, just stepping on someone's back, you have no idea if there's any curve to their spine, any rotation in their spine. I've even heard horror stories of people breaking ribs from that. So it's not step on a crack, you break your mama's back. You have your friend step on your back, you break your rib. If you like this video, please leave a comment in the section below. Let us know if you'd like to see more of us reacting to videos of chiropractic on the internet. Please give us a like and subscribe, and then we'll see you in the next video. Keep it cracking. The worst part is that it sort of like spit. I spit when I said that.